Why didn't they run out to their position as Hello, everyone, and welcome to a very special night at the Cardinal Sports Complex. It's the season opener for the girls' soccer team in 2020 as they host the Armstrong Falcons. Joe Young, Howie Shapiro, very happy to see kids competing at the high school level again.
Yeah, like I mentioned earlier in the day, it's just the fact to watch these kids do what they love to do and to be able, with all the craziness that's going on in this country and from the pandemic to other things, it's so nice to get a break from all that and just have some sort of normalcy in life. And this is going to be fun. Should be a good one. Both teams are very excited to start this season.
Some different protocols, some different schedules for the teams due to the pandemic, but they do get a season in of soccer. Cardinals with the opening kick have the wind and the sun at their back in the first half. And Coach John Caron's squad hoping that they can take advantage of it early. A team they beat to open the season last year 3-1.
Yeah, I had an opportunity to talk to Coach Caron the other day, and he just really likes the mix of this team. He's got a strong senior presence, Joe, but he's got a lot of younger players that have mixed in well. And now he's going to see, with all that hard work that's paid off, before this season started, how this team will come together.
Well, far fewer reps for all of these girls than a normal year, with summer seasons being delayed and changed, obviously. But just 7 practices for the varsity squad, able to get tryouts in mid-August, so just 2 weeks ago. 7 practices, and the season is underway. A slightly condensed year, but Coon Rapids is hoping for a big one as Molly Knobloch moves it up the middle, stopped up and turned around by the Falcons.
Yeah, they'll play 11 games, Joe, and obviously, as you mentioned, abbreviated, but they hope to accomplish a lot in those 11 games.
Tara Beza with a steal along the corner, trying to get around the corner on McAllister. Centering pass was broken up, but this one fed back toward the net again. Wynn settles it for the Cardinals just outside the 18-yard box. Played back to Bailey Payne, inside and back out from Tara Beza, and now turned over back to the Falcons deep in their own end. Bella Bolcock on the near sidelines. Challenged by Tara Beza, who uses her body to take it away. Played back for Payne into the middle. Rory Ritzenaya trying to reverse to the left side of the field. That's stopped up by the Falcons again and steered up the field by Tori Thomas. Coon Rapids with good possession. This all started off the opening kick, able to get it in deep, and have been on the opposite side of midfield for the first almost 2.5 minutes before finally allowing the Falcons to get a little bit of breathing room and throw in for them on the far side.
It's always interesting as you talk about the coaches, what do you expect out of this season? Because I'm not sure anybody really knows what to expect, but Coach Karen said we just want to build off our last year's success and focus on becoming a team, and I think that's what their #1 goal is here, just to build that chemistry and play together as a team.
Long through ball headed away by Anderson, pushed back upfield by the Falcons, but out on the far side, a throw in for the Cardinals. Look at head coach Carrie Torgerson.
Yeah, she coached in Anoka. When I talked to her, I said I knew your name sounded familiar because she did coach in Anoka for many years. She's actually a alumni of Armstrong. She came back to her alma mater.
Coon Rapids able to bump it on ahead. Some body contact there and a foul called. A little too much shoulder from Grace Stevenson and a free kick.
Of course, there's head coach John Karen, his 2nd season. Right, Joe? Yeah, 2nd season.
Correct.
Yeah. Good guy. Provided us with a lot of information. We certainly appreciate it. He's pretty excited about what these young ladies bring to the pitch.
Settling it in the middle of traffic is Sarah Osborne. She's tripped up. Another penalty called against Coon Rapids. And a free kick from just on the offensive side of midfield.
We'll see it again.
For the Armstrong Falcons.
Yeah, she held on to her.
Jenna Bloom will do the honors for Armstrong. Worked to the right side and booted away by the Cardinal defense. Great speed down the wing, trying to feed it ahead for Knobloch. Played out of bounds off of Armstrong. Great movement downfield by Cecilia Kostick.
Yeah, and she's just a freshman, and Coach Karen talked about her. She's one of the bright spot of this program, a young lady who's contributing at a young age, getting a start for the varsity.
Well, Coon Rapids very physical, very early against Armstrong, and trying again to pin him in deep for prolonged periods of time. Really haven't seen a shot attempt even, but good time in the offensive end, moving the ball around. Spinning attempt by Tara Beza goes wide.
Armstrong with the goal kick. You talked about Coon Rapids doing a fairly good job of controlling it down in the Falcon end early on.
Steal in the middle by Ritzenaya, plays it over for Jimenez. Back now for Kostic. Jimenez again. Trying to go across, broken up by Bob Bocock. In the middle with it for Armstrong is Orstad. Stopped up right at midfield, waiting for her teammates to get in the right spot. That one stopped up by Cardinals on defense again. Jimenez trying to move it forward, but turned around by the Falcons. Tori Thomas bodied off the ball by Kostic. Kostic trying to get it near side. That stopped up by McAllister, but Coon Rapids able to recover. Pass up the near side and out of bounds just in front of the Armstrong bench.
You know, what'll be interesting is not only this game, but the boys' game later unfolds. Armstrong used to playing on that turf where they come here to Coon Rapids, now play on the grass. By the way, the field looks phenomenal. I saw you out with that bush mower earlier getting the fine tuning of the grass in. It's nice of you to volunteer.
On the yardage lines are there, but only for band and cheer and dance line.
And fond memories of Friday Night Lights on this field for at least obviously this year. We'll get them.
But
we'll
a
get
lot
them
less
again.
paint.
Yeah.
On the field than would be normal this time of year. You don't get the full green soccer field effect with only the yellow lines, but it looks cleaner.
It looks very nice.
An opportunity here for Armstrong. Kick from a great spot. They'll put 4 players to the left side up high for the kick by Jenna Bloom. She's got 1 down on the right. She'll go direct and she'll score.
That was a beautiful kick. Nice placement. Had enough height on the ball to get over the keeper. Elena Hedlund. And Armstrong scores first here in this 2020 season. Yeah, she kicked that exactly where she needed it to be.
No chance for Swanson to get a glove on it.
A beautiful loft.
And despite having the advantage in time of possession, Coon Rapids finds themselves trailing early in. A little less than 8 minutes expired when that one was scored. Elena Hedlund in goal, excuse me.
Just wanted to make sure. Because they both have 0.
Well, Hedlund's actually number 5 on my roster. I should have double-checked the Shapiro official roster.
That's right. And I should have told you that he said his goaltenders will be wearing 0.
Okay.
So we're both to blame.
And it's the first game.
Exactly. Just wait.
First shot. Terabeza can't keep it in near midfield. And Armstrong will have to throw it. Coon Rapids possessing on the left side. Push deep into the corner, a cross attempt.
Both players falling hard to the ground, but they're both okay.
Knobloch just not quite able to get there in time and save it. Another goal kick for Armstrong.
Yeah, and she took the worst of that too, as I think she got a boot to the back.
Menez jumped on that. Now Ritzenaya plays it back for Lodato. Ahead too far for Stevenson, and another throw in for the Falcons just over Out of bounds to the Cardinals. Sarah Force, the first substitution for the Cardinals. She'll give Stevenson a break on that left wing. Force pushes it far on the right side. Picked up there by McAllister, challenged by Terabeza, and it'll be a throw-in for the Falcons.
McAllister did a nice job of actually kicking it off Terabeza to keep possession for her squad.
Cardinal throw in. Falcons get the steal from Isabel Anderson. Along the sideline is Bocuck and plays it ahead, but taken away by the Cardinals. Able to turn it back near center. Terabeza trying to get it ahead, stopped up again by Anderson. Jimenez recovers, looking for Force. Force able to get it behind Picka, head back the other direction. Her pass taken away though, and moved ahead by Bloom, and she's pushed, and another free kick.
Yeah, I think the Cardinals have done a pretty nice job here. They're just not getting any opportunities to get a shot on net, but I think they've controlled for the most part the action down in the Armstrong end. They just need to figure out what they can do offensively to get some good looks at the goal.
This one headed back toward the middle of the Coon Rapids defense, turned around, and then right back in by McAllister, settled by Orstad. Able to get it in the middle for Osborne. Back to the near side, and the Falcons trying to attack. Pushed back out. Right back on the attack comes Armstrong. Pass taken away. Moved along, but turned Terabeza around. She's not able to get past McAllister. McAllister back into the middle. Big collision there. A couple of players go down, merging with it for Armstrong, and then being knocked off, it was Osborne. Forrest plays it back for Jimenez. A slow roller out in front of the Armstrong bench. Throw in for the Falcons. Terabeza pressures, forces the turnover out of bounds. Coon Rapids a chance to try and move, but right off the throw-in, a takeaway for Armstrong. Cardinals able to get it back, play ahead, headed right back their direction, and lost out of bounds by Bella Boca. Payne's throw wide to Terabeza. Armstrong able to force it back ahead again, and slowed by Anderson. Moving around was Knobloch into the corner for Terabeza. Slow roller, battle into the corner, it will stop. Terabeza able to gain possession and then play it out off of a charging Bocock. to get Coon Rapids to throw in deep in the corner.
Well, the Armstrong defender was hoping that ball was going to go out of bounds. She was shielding against Terabeza, but it just stopped in the corner. Of course, kind of goes downhill in that corner over there.
It's not supposed to do that.
Oh, I wasn't supposed to say. It's just an optical illusion.
This one played into the middle. Shot right into the chest of Kendall Thurston. Settled by the Falcons and moved along by Tori Thomas. Along the sideline for Osborne. Cleared back up the line by the Cardinals. And finally, unable to keep it in. We'll see Wynn checking in for the Cardinals.
Almost 17 minutes gone by, and Armstrong holding that 1-0 lead.
Ritzenaya challenging and winning the ball back, but cleared right back out of bounds by the Cardinals. Force was pulled back there.
A little bit.
Could tell that wasn't her force. She might have held her a little bit. Oh, do-si-do. Love it. Cardinals with another throw-in a little deeper in. Have not been able to get good possessions and set things up off of their throw-ins yet. The one goal coming on a free kick by the Falcons just about 8 minutes in. It's the only shot on goal for either team. It's the only shot attempted by the Falcons. Cardinals have one shot attempt. It went wide.
Yeah, and again, like we've talked about,
and a handball called. This is going to be a big spot for the Cardinals to have a free kick just on the corner of the 18-yard box.
Well, we'll see what
Anna Kepke will come up to take it.
Yeah, great spot for Coon Rapids here if they can make something happen.
6 players in the box. They go to that back corner over everybody and out of play. A goal kick coming up for the Falcons.
Well, I like the thought. They had numbers in front of the net. Unfortunately, that was a little bit too much on that kick as it sails to the corner.
Wynn tried to intercept the goal kick, but just missed. It is stopped up and turned around by Hosick. Ahead for Wynn. Wynn with a little bit of room, trying to play it across for Force. Intercepted by Picka. And then taken right back by Knobloch. Knobloch circles, looks for help, finds Ritzenaya. That got away from her a little bit. Cleared back to empty space, turned around by Hosick. And right back from McAllister. Falcons with the numbers, able to win the ball back. Unable to keep it in on the sideline, though, was Sarah Osborne.
Armstrong has to feel pretty good. I mean, they're coming off a season where they, they're looking to strive to have some gains this year, and to get off here to a 1-0 lead, they have to feel pretty good about the start to the season for them here so far.
Ava Kerr checking in on the pitch for the home team. This one sent in deep, and it'll be scooped up by the keeper. And Smith looks to distribute. Will punt high up the middle. Wynn able to get there and send it back the Cardinals' direction. Turned around by Anderson. High loft into the Coon Rapids end. Headed forward by the Falcons. Collision in the middle, incidental. And coming away with it, moving it along is Terabeza. For Terabeza was Peyton Taylor. And it's out tapped out as the pressure was coming, so Cardinals with a throw it.
Yeah, Jenna Bloom did a nice job using her speed to get to the ball and getting an opportunity for the defense to set up.
Tara Beza in at the feet of Ritzenaya, plays it back to her. Back for Lucy Wynn. Into the middle, Knobloch looking for a way to turn. Finds Ritzenaya, the one-timer, not as much as she wanted on it. It trickles in on goal and a pretty easy save for Smith.
I don't know if she didn't strike the ball well enough or if a defender got a little bit of a piece of that.
It was a nice setup, though.
Yeah, very nice.
3 good, clean passes off the throw-in. And a great look for Rory Ritzenaya. This one pushed way deep. And Hedlund will scoop it up. Griffith looking for room for Coon Rapids. That was broken up, turned around. Falcons trying to build an attack down the right wing. Orstad challenged. And ball lost out of bounds to Armstrong. Great effort, though, from Ava Kerr.
Maddie Reinhardt and Jamie Jimenez coming back in for the Cardinals.
A little more than midway through this first half, the only goal on a free kick for Armstrong by Jenna Bloom in the 8th minute. Coon Rapids should feel pretty good about what they've been able to do. Maybe a big concern about what has not worked, particularly the amount of turnovers off their throw-ins.
Yep.
But they've been able to possess the ball better. They've defended pretty well. And as I say that, numbers for the Falcons coming in. A clear attempt went off a Cardinal body and a setup near side for Pocock, taken away by Wynn. And Wynn with a little bit of room down the wing. Ahead for Reinhardt. Taken back by McAllister and into the middle for Orstad. Orstad will push it along. That's stopped up. And that's going to be a foul.
It's going to go against McAllister. A little bit.
Tori Thomas, but.
Is it Tori Thomas?
A little bit of a bump.
Okay.
Knobloch turns and faces, moves it along, out of the reach of Jimenez. Anderson back into the middle, and Jimenez with a steal. Reinhardt trying to tap it back for Knobloch. And Coon Rapids was offside.
Yeah.
I think she ever got past Jenna Bloom. I wasn't watching the line.
No. Nor wearing a yellow shirt.
It's not my color, especially the
It
bright
washes
yellow.
you out. It washes you out is what it really does.
Perry Thompson moves it ahead. Tied up is Thurston. And Coon Rapids clears it out for a throw-in by the Falcons.
Red's in the house.
That is not at all surprising.
No. Good to see Red.
Good pressure from the Falcons here, but cleared away by Kepke out on the far side. This one out the end line, it'll be a goal kick for Coon Rapids. Kepke awaits the whistle. A couple of substitutions made. Pass interrupted by Orsted. Wynn wins it right back for the Cardinals. Ahead, Reinhardt with a race, but McAllister there in plenty of time. Nice sidestep to get around. Good acceleration. Pushes it ahead. Settled there by Osborne. And worked back near side, but out of bounds off the foot of Pickup. Wynn trying to dance around. Pickett taps it out. Reinhardt might get a whistle for that one.
Let me see what happens if I run over you.
Well, again, Coon Rapids has been a far more physical presence, and it's been effective for them.
Yeah,
little too much.
Well, she couldn't stop herself, and she goes, well, I might as well finish it. Yeah, but they're, and you know, I like to see them play a little bit of physical. Obviously not like that, but
I'm all right with that. Free kick from midfield. But it was obviously not intentional.
No, obviously.
But they are being aggressive, and I like that.
I do as well.
Well, and so far, again, possession-wise, they've done a great job.
They have.
Clearly, Armstrong's got some very, very talented players, and they've been able to move it along as well. But McAllister smartly lets it go out, takes the free throw. A pause as they get Libby Plath onto the pitch in place of Maddie Orsted. Pickup plays it up. Field, it was taken away but then lost out of bounds. Oh no, it did get tipped away out of bounds, away from Kerr. Rapids throw-in stayed right on the line again, thinking it was going to go out. Instead, the Coon Rapids Cardinals able to gain possession back.
It's that home field advantage.
Good speed around the corner by Kerr, plays it ahead, and here's Knobloch, overstepped it a little bit, able to come back to it now.
Yeah, she's
looking, spinning, more options, draws 3 defenders. A little give and go, trying to get behind the defender, and that is no whistle. Knobloch slow to get up.
Oh, yeah, she's
still down. Wynn puts it in on goal, and stopping it up is Sydney Smith.
Yeah,
Knobloch.
Let's see what happens here.
And that's a pretty solid body check inside the box. Should be a PK right there. And she is still down and in some pain, and that is not good. She looked outstanding these first few minutes.
She may have not the wind knocked out of her.
Back to her knees, which is a good sign.
She may have had the wind knocked out of her. Looks like she was holding her stomach. Hopefully that's all it is. She's laughing, so that's good. That's good to see.
Jeremy's got a face shield.
Yes.
The COVID protocol.
It's kind of cool because it has a little windshield wiper on it for when it rains. It's pretty cool. I liked it. I don't think you can see it.
So of course Knobloch has to come off because play was stopped.
She She's still holding her stomach a little bit, so hopefully that's she's okay.
Rory Ritzenaya will check back in her stead. Cardinals with a corner kick. Not sure how they ended up with the corner kick. Missed something.
I missed it as well.
There's the shot in on goal, and I think Coach Torgerson is also asking why.
Yeah, she's asking for some sort of an explanation from one of our officials.
Or how Coon Rapids is lined up. Keeper kicked it out, I guess. I guess I lost track. I was paying more attention to Knobloch down on the turf than what happened to the ball after Smith made the save on the shot by Wynn.
Nice job heading the ball away by the Armstrong defense.
This time it's out the end line off the Cardinals. And another goal kick. For the junior goalkeeper, Sydney Smith, and the whistle blows instead. And our official wants to talk to the coaches.
Let's get some clarifications. This was a young team last year from Armstrong, and they've got all but one starter back. You know, they too, just like Coon Rapids, looking to develop some continuity as the season, short season, I should say, goes on. All right.
Well, the discussion was had. Decisions may or may not have been made.
We'll never know.
But the ball is back in play. And Coon Rapids is set to intercept Jimenez. Trying to sneak it through to the next line of defense, but the Falcons able to come back with the ball and get it back to center field. This is Osborne. Osborne. Near side for a streaking Ella Picker down the line. Picker challenged and is forced out of bounds by Kerr.
Nice job by Kerr. Just to keep it wide, get it out of bounds, get an opportunity for her teammates to come back. Set something up on in their end.
Terabeza and Payne back on the field for Coon Rapids as we're down into the final 10 of this first half. Into the middle, Wynn had a touch on it. Thomas feeds it back for Thompson. Thompson trying to get around the corner, met there by Kostick, tries to turn back inside. And it's sent out of bounds off of her, and the Cardinals retain possession. Smart, heady play from the Cardinals so far throughout this first half.
Well, like you talked about, I think they've been the better team so far here in the first half. They just haven't had any opportunities. And you've also touched upon the fact they've turned the ball over more than they would have liked to on those throw-ins. But I think that I think Coach Karen has to be pretty pleased so far with the effort. Obviously, it doesn't like being down 1-0.
That one's off Koepke out the end line, and corner kick coming up for Armstrong. It is Care.
Care.
It's a niece.
Yeah.
It's a cousin to all the other Cares.
Thank you, Jeff.
Thank you, Jeff Care. I kind of
The
figured, but
check's in the mail.
great set play right there. Over the top. And coming in to tap it home was Ella Pickup.
Again, you know, we talked about the fact how well Coon Rapids played. It just takes a couple of opportunities. You saw the first one on that PK, and now this one, a great set play as they're able to get goal number 2.
Perfectly lofted ball for Morstad. Picka runs onto it, one touch to the back of the net.
Well, watch Hedlund. She tries to come out and get a hand on it, but it's just going to go over her reach.
Perfectly lofted, and loved the look on her face, celebrating her first goal of the season. And a 2-0 lead for the visiting Falcons. And Ritzenaya a little too physical, pressuring Osborne. Bloom boots it far side. Stopped up and turned around by Kostick, and she's held, so free kick for the Cardinals. Tracked down in the far corner, pushed out of play by Peyton Taylor.
So now as this first half winds down with a little less than 7 minutes remaining, Armstrong has to feel really nice about where they sit with a 2-0 lead. Obviously, they'll continue to try and build upon that, but you know, if they can play solid defense and keep Coon Rapids off the board, and coming into that second half, they've got a good opportunity.
Armstrong, another throw in down deep. Pocock plays it back. Underneath it was Thompson. That's punched away by Hedlund. Another chance back to the near post. Clearing attempt isn't going to get out. Thompson will play it back. Skips away from Allison Pohl, and the Cardinals get a turnover. Playing it ahead, Ritzenaya rushing on, shielded off of it. And now Terabeza over in support. Able to get possession for the Cardinals. Jimenez trying to get through a couple of defenders. McAllister comes away with it. McAllister to midfield. Kepke turns it around for the Cardinals. Win in the middle. Jimenez stops. Near side for Payne. Back to Jimenez. It's off a hand, but play continues. Kept in. Stepping up for it is Care. Jimenez now looking for Ritzenaya. Ritzenaya trying to find some room against Anderson. Able to bump her off. Play it back out. Payne sends it in. A slow roller that's easily handled by Sydney Smith.
Yeah, again, you know, they get a little presence down there, but they don't have the opportunity to get a clean shot on net.
Back for Payne on the near sideline. A little too far and in on Smith, and she'll scoop it up.
Yeah, just an easy opportunity for Smith. Is that one a little bit too much on it? Comes right to her.
Handful of substitutions for the Falcons, couple for the Cardinals. A little less than 3.5 to play first half. Armstrong with a 2-0 lead with a pair of set pieces in the 8th and 32nd minutes, respectively. Terabeza able to get around the corner on Anderson. Stops up, moves back, takes a shot, diving save out of bounds. It'll be a corner kick, but great moves.
Well, best chance.
And a good opportunity for Terabeza.
Best chance of the day for Coon Rapids. Did a nice job of getting that opportunity to get a good look at the net. Just going to try and chip it by her, but she gets a hand. Smith gets a piece of it.
Low to the middle. Ritzenaya had a touch on it. Terabeza able to win a battle. Again, it's going to go out off of Armstrong, so another corner kick attempt for Coon Rapids.
2 minutes remaining. The Cardinals trying to put a little pressure here, trying to cut this lead in half.
Well,
and it would be a huge goal for them if they could do it.
They've gone low looking for possession their first couple of attempts. Again, a relatively straight kick. This one from Kerr from a ways back, and it's handled by Smith. And that will relieve some of the pressure for the Falcons.
A good little burst for Coon Rapids. Unfortunately, they couldn't find the back of the net. Some good pressure put down in the Falcon end.
Jimenez again and gets a turnover for the Cardinals and sends it in deep. Scooped up again by Smith. Koepke stops it up at midfield. Wynn can't control. Moving it through was Taylor. Ritzenaya trying to get around the corner. Bumped by McAllister. McAllister, though, bumps it out of bounds. Back to Terabeza off the throw-in. Trying to sneak through a couple of defenders. Interrupted and turned around. Torrey Thomas sends it ahead. Right back by Taylor. Recovered by the Falcons into the last 5, and that'll be played out of bounds. And Armstrong is going to the half with a 2-0 lead. They capitalize on a couple of set pieces. Coon Rapids has a lot of time of possession, but nothing to show for it. They trail 2-0 as we go to half. You're watching CTN's live coverage of the girls soccer season opener in 2020.
It takes all of us to slow the spread of the coronavirus, so follow guidance from authorities where you live and stay home unless absolutely necessary. Use a delivery service for essential items like food and medicine. If you must make essential trips, stay 6 feet apart from other people. Wear a cloth face covering and wash your hands for at least 20 seconds as often as possible. Visit coronavirus.gov for the latest information.
at the Cardinal Sports Complex. A 2-0 lead for the Armstrong Falcons on a pair of set pieces. A free kick in the 8th minute, direct from Jenna Bloom over the top of the keeper. Put him on the board. Coon Rapids has had some good pressure, and that did not result in a call. But a corner kick in the 32nd minute, perfectly lofted from Orstad to Picka, and that put him on top by a 2-0 score. Coon Rapids has put pressure on, but nothing on the board just yet.
No, and that's the key. I mean, you can pressure them all day, and you can control the presence for the most part, but you got to put the ball in the back of the net.
Falcons able to get the first possession to start this second half. Coon Rapids disrupting things. Kepke moves it ahead for Payne, and Payne will push it into Knobloch. Knobloch back in and looking fine, and gets it into Terabeza in the corner, working against McAllister. Terabeza plays it back. Along it comes to Kepke. Taylor moves it near side. And Kostick can't get around the corner, lost it out of bounds, and the Falcons have it. Knobloch went down after the bump in the box and appeared to lose her win. And Rory Ritzenaya, a little bit of a shove right there. Might get you a whistle
or two.
No card yet.
No cards.
And we talked about it. Coon Rapids wants to play physical. They're leaning. They're putting their body on them. They're pressuring them, making it hard for Armstrong. But it does lead to some penalties, and one that was costly, obviously, on the first goal off the free kick. This one just moved out of play by Taylor, allow the defense to get back in numbers.
Yeah, that's a smart play. Just, wait for your teammates to come back, set up.
Pocock throws it in, looking for Osborne, a little bit behind her. Coming over to help was Kepke, was stepping on the ball. It was Kostick, and the Cardinals end up losing it out, but okay. Another throw in deep. Oh, a free kick from the corner.
Yep.
So pretty much a corner kick, except it can be defended a little differently, obviously. That seems like a lot for 10 yards.
Yeah.
Again, I'm not wearing yellow. They'll play to the short post, and it swings out of bounds. So a goal kick now for the Cardinals.
Yeah, not the strike she had planned.
Kepke into the middle, recovered by Ritzenaya. Ritzenaya move it along, poked away by McAllister. Payne intercepts for the Cardinals and pushes it along to Knobloch. Terabeza cutting through the middle, bumped off it by McAllister. Cardinals swarm to recover. Knobloch will gain possession and play it back. Swung in by Lodato. And right back out by the Falcons.
Oh, they know how important it is to get a goal here relatively soon in this second half, because they trail by 2. They want to try and cut it in half early so they can put continued pressure on.
Ritzenaya trying to find her way through the middle, and that was unsuccessful. Terabeza from a ways out gets up underneath it and sends it up out of play. A goal kick coming up for the Falcons. Kostick steps up, breaks it up, plays it back for Lodato. Trying to get it to Payne, but intercepted by Thomas and played out of bounds.
Well, the Cardinals are attempting to put some pressure on here early in this second half. The Falcons haven't really had a presence yet down in the Cardinal end.
So cleared away out of danger by Picka. Coon Rapids a throw in. Quick turn by Knobloch, a little too much on it. Terabeza battling with McAllister as they near the other sideline. Nice spin move to find some room, crosses again. And that one out of reach and out of play along the end line.
Yeah, a little bit.
Another goal kick coming up.
A little bit too much on that.
Good thought.
Yeah, I liked it.
Yeah, the first cross had a little too much on it. Terabeza able to find some room and is well over the head of Knobloch coming back the other way. Force able to get in and break things up. Get it into Terabeza, who settled it down. Gets around McAllister off the post. Pickett trying to clear. The Cardinals touched it before it made it out of bounds, so it was a throw in the other way, but Coon Rapids able to steal it right back, at least momentarily.
What a great chance as that ball hit the post.
Ritsanaya's pass rolls out. Yeah, great battle for Terabeza to find room and just planted and put it hard across and right off of that post. Hedlund trying to get it to Payne. Payne struggling with Torrey Thomas. Able to come away with possession and get it to Ritsanaya. Ritsanaya trying to play it up, and it spun off the right side of her foot, out of play, and another throw in for Armstrong.
About 7 minutes gone by here in half number 2. Cardinals looking for their first goal of the season as they trail 2-0. You know, give Armstrong credit when, you know, you talk about those set plays when they needed him to count, they made him happen. Made it happen.
Really the only two really shots they've had, and really good, only two opportunities, and they've cashed in. Coon Rapids trying to build an attack in the offensive end. Ritsanaya has to come back to regain possession and lost away to the Falcons. They'll try and turn it upfield. Clear attempt was stopped up, and instead they'll play it along to Force. Menez with speed down the wing. Ahead for Knobloch. Knobloch ran into a little too much traffic, or did she? Apparently she's called for the hold.
She looked at the officials and held up her arms. What did I do? She's getting an explanation from one of our...
Well, she's getting a warning for stopping right in front of the ball. And a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. I'm explaining what's going on.
Cleared out by Kepke. Throw in a little too high, but it may work out. Cross it, shot in deep, handled by Hedlund.
That was a fastball she grabbed.
Payne able to get through some traffic, ahead for Knobloch on the right side. Trying to get around the corner and does. And then it's smothered by Smith right in front of her.
Well, she has some speed getting around that edge, and she took, I think she took a knee to the gut. Got that speed coming around it.
She's got a little bit too far in front of her before she could really strike the ball clean. She's a little shaken up again, second time in the game. Menez able to take it from Morstad and move it along to Ritsanaya.
Well, the Cardinals have owned the first 10 minutes of the second half. They just haven't been able to put anything in the back of the net, but they've certainly controlled possession to start the second half.
Kostic gets around the corner with speed, crossing with the left foot, spun out of play, and another goal kick. Well, we saw that in the first half. They were the better possession squad.
They were.
They definitely held territory better, were more physical, won more 50-50 balls. All of those things were fine.
It's just nothing on the scoreboard.
The scoreboard was not indicative of their play, perhaps. But Armstrong, again, give him credit, cashing in when the opportunities arose. Knobloch looking for some room. Now we'll try to cross for Tara Basic, but too far in front of her, and it's handled by Smith.
There's Red's in the house. Look at that mask he's got. It's a Cardinal face mask. I love it, Red. Way to represent. Good to see Red.
Anderson running with it for Armstrong, trying to get it ahead for Thurston, and it's out of bounds. Cardinal, no, Armstrong throw.
Yeah.
Pressured in the far corner, but out off of the attacking player, so it'll be a Coon Rapids throw in. Lalesa Ramnerace.
I like it.
And she awaits the throw in as we make some more substitutions. I saw Belinda Griffith coming in. Out off of Jimenez. Thurston plays it back to McAllister. Trying to get it ahead. Broken up by Kepke, right back out of bounds, but Coon Rapids throw in as it was off the Armstrong player, and now this time Coon Rapids will retreat and defend.
Yes, they will.
Osborne. side, it's Merrill trying to get around the corner, cut back against Wynn, bumped off it. No whistle, and then there was a whistle.
Yeah,
Initially it wasn't whistled, then it was, and this is going to be a free kick from a dangerous spot for the Armstrong Falcons.
Yeah, the Cardinals cannot afford to go down 3-0 here, and this is a great opportunity for Armstrong to build this lead. Pressure on Hedlund.
They go direct again. It's over the goal off the crossbar, and it'll be a Coon Rapids goal kick.
Nice reverb.
Let's get up, Brad!
Osborne steps up, breaks up the outlet for the Cardinals. A couple of passes strung together and then taken away by Kepke. Kepke had her pocket picked. And a little pushing and shoving, and this time the call's going to go against Cecilia Kostick. High loft in and knee toward the net and scooped up by Hedlund. Hedlund trying to get it out while they've got so many numbers in deep, but Osborne will regain possession for the Falcons. McAllister challenged by Terapeza, able to get around her. Her pass taken away by Kepke. Right back by Osborne. Osborne had it poked free by Kerr. Pass along was stopped up. Wynn gets it to Terapeza. Terapeza now. Into the corner for Peyton Taylor. Belinda Griffith, sorry. Guessing, and I'm trying. Bear with me, it's game one.
It is game one. We've been away from it for a little bit. Although we did get a chance to do a fair amount of baseball this summer, which was great.
A few
and a little softball as well.
Just a handful.
Yeah, which was fun.
Terapeza trying to work her way around the corner, but it's going to end up a corner kick for the Falcons.
So classes start next week?
Orientation next week,
yeah.
And then distance learning the following week,
yep.
And hybrid learning by the end of the month. If everything stays on schedule.
Correct. It'll be interesting. Interesting year, not to say the least.
Well, you know, initially when things happened, it was definitely sad for the class of 2020.
Yes, for sure.
But really the class of 2021, I was looking at a year that, I mean, almost all disappeared as opposed to just that spring season. Or depending on what happens.
Right.
As far as, not the sports maybe, we're hoping, we're keeping our fingers crossed, all sports go on, all winter sports
Absolutely.
go on, and everybody stays healthy, and you know, we have football in the spring, baseball in the summer. We're definitely hopeful for all of that, but you know, it's definitely going to be different. I mean, prom, just the whole senior year, all of those other activities, all the pep fests, all the other things that you would normally, you know, have as your senior year to remember. The class of 2021 will have very little of it. Who knows what future grades will have behind them.
The world has changed as we know it, and it's just a matter of, I mean, it's kind of a as we go as we go attitude, because we don't know what's going to happen. And it's just the fact that we're out here doing some soccer tonight is
a beautiful
great.
thing. It's a win that everybody gets to play.
Yep.
And enjoy it as long as it possibly lasts. It does, I think, maybe more than ever make those memories that much more sweet.
Oh, I would think so. I would think so. I I mean, you'll always remember, especially with obviously class of 2020, you'll always remember the odd senior year that you had, and didn't want to turn out the way it did, but you look back at it, and I'm sure there's some things that you'll remember fondly as well.
Coon Rapids with an opportunity, a free kick in a good spot here. Serve it into the traffic near the back post, off of bounce, headed back toward the net. Falcons able to push it wide at least. Spinning it forward was Peyton Taylor. Recovered back to Wynn. Tried to poke it ahead where Knobloch could play. Knobloch on it there along with Stevenson. Knobloch again, a shot, got underneath it and sent it through the uprights. Another goal kick upcoming.
Again, continuing to get some pressure. But again, not still a goose egg on the scoreboard.
Some of the pressure just thwarted there by Thornton, and then
Thwarted by Thornton. That's a tough one.
Or I'm sorry, that was Anderson, but then great defense by Osborne, just shielding the ball and able to poke it away from a couple of attackers for the Cardinals. Wynn pokes it away from the defender and in again, where Smith comes running out and scoops it up. Smith serves it to center. And a collision coming away with it is Osborne. That one played in behind, but well offsides. It's number 39, who we do not have a name for.
Yeah, we never
any of our rosters, unfortunately. She's been a factor. I've wanted to say her name, but she's number 39.
She is.
And she was offside. A good play by Kepke to just step up. She saw it developing. Let the attacking player go on by before the strike. So, and Hedlund would have covered it anyhow. It was far enough that she had the play on the ball. But Knobloch back the other way to Ritzenaya. Ritzenaya trying to get it back in front of Knobloch, but too far, and Smith will scoop it up. A little more than midway through this second half. 2 goals for Armstrong in the first, both on set plays. A direct free kick in the 8th minute by Jenna Bloom, and then Ella Picca on the redirect of the Maddie Orsted corner kick in the 32nd minute.
You can kind of say in some ways that Coon Rapids has really controlled the game, but Armstrong has controlled the score.
I think you could say it in exactly that way if you would like.
Thank you.
Because it was pretty accurate.
Okay, I'll stick to it.
Bocock challenged by Wynn. Plays it back for Thurston. Her pass taken away by Ritzenaya. Ritzenaya pushes it ahead. Reinhardt running on. Booted away by Smith and recovered by McAllister, and she just pushes it to the sideline and out.
Yeah, that could have been dangerous. Set the ball gone the right way.
Called a foul on the Cardinals behind. I don't know if Reinhardt collided with Smith or what exactly happened, but instead it'll be a free kick for the Falcons. Kepke heads it back towards center. Ritzenaya trying to settle. She's bumped there and tangles with Orsted. Ends up going down, and yet Ritzenaya gets the foul. Touched by Thurston to the back corner, overrun a bit by Thomas. And the Cardinals run back the other way. Griffith ahead for Reinhardt, bodied by McAllister along the sideline. not able to keep it inbound. And McAllister, not the biggest player out there, but she's physical.
Oh, she is.
She's feisty.
Yeah.
I like it.
I do as well.
Cardinals trying to attack on the near side this time, poked away by Pickup. And it went out off of the attacking Cardinal player, Grace Stevenson. Get back into 39, gets it on the right side to Bocock. Bocock steps back to center to Thurston. Now Orstad in the middle, ahead to 39 off her heel. And recovered for the Cardinals by Taylor. Ritzenaya takes over at midfield. Room to run, got too far ahead of her. McAllister pokes it away and out of danger. Urgency is key.
It is now.
At this point, trailing by 2.
Yeah, 15 minutes remaining. That's why I know the Cardinals were hoping that they, you know, that first 10 minutes they applied a lot of pressure, but just couldn't score. They were looking to get on the board early, but couldn't do it.
Free kick by Kepke. Goes direct, bobbled by Smith.
Yeah, Smith came out and
Knobloch had a chance at the free ball, kicked it right back into her.
Yep. She made sure she grabbed a hold.
Hosick ahead for Reinhardt. McAllister comes away with it for the Falcons. Off the foot of Osborne. Kepke plays it back for Hosick. Ahead and now back, and now Kepke puts a little more boot in it, gets it behind the last line of defense, and the Cardinals on the attack. But it's poked away out of danger by Bloom.
Carabeza and Kerr back in for Coon Rapids.
Ritzenaya in the corner trying to cross, too deep. Out of play, corner kick. Clock ticks under, 13 minutes remaining. Knobloch with it for Coon Rapids. Trying to find a little bit of room to run around Marolik. Shot attempt off a different body. Reinhardt's attempt blocked by Bloom. Reinhardt recovers, back for Lucy Wynn. High lofted shot goes wide, not a play, and a goal kick.
Again, got a nice little space in the middle there, but not able to get a shot on net.
And time continues to tick off the clock, taking us ever closer to the end of this season opener. Ritzenaya pressured and grabbed on to Marolik, and it's another free kick for the Falcons.
Okay.
A chance in close, and a shot just up over the crossbar by Osborne. That's the best opportunity of the game for Armstrong in free play.
Yeah, definitely in free play. I mean, and there was a great hustle there, too, just to get the opportunity to get the shot off. See it again.
Knobloch tried to chip it over to Terabeza, a little bit behind her, and back the other way come the Falcons. Payne pressured by Thompson. Cardinals will reset on the back end. Moved ahead by Hosick. Settled by Terabeza into the middle for Knobloch. Knobloch trying to chip it back where she's got two runners. That one just a little too far in front of Payne. And just not giving a chance for Terabeza to run onto it. Like the numbers. Passing is good. Remember, just 7 practices.
Not a lot. That's not a lot. I mean, you're trying, and again, you're trying to build some chemistry. It's hard to do in 7 practices, and let alone 11 games.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
Very start. Thurston called for the bump on Jimenez. Into the final 10 as Koepke boots it. Knobloch has a good touch. Pass was deflected. Knobloch continues to battle. This one's going to end up out of play. Right at the feet of our official.
Sarah Force coming to the game for Coon Rapids. One of 3 freshmen on this squad, 2 of them in the starting lineup.
Forced to be reckoned.
Yeah. Oh.
Good family. Son Tyler would, or brother Tyler would be a senior this year.
Oh.
So same age as Aaron, and known them for a long time. Baseball player. Knobloch trying to force a pass through. Again, it's intercepted. She goes down to a knee and slow to get up. This one played back in. Stopped up by Bloom, not able to clear it. Now has a little bit of room to run. Challenged by Jimenez. And she's taken down, and that'll draw another whistle. And now she is going to take her time on the turf.
See what happened. I'm not sure what happened at that point, but she's okay. She's getting up. See.
Yeah, it does look like she automatically grabs her knee.
Yeah, I think they
collided.
They collided
knee.
these.
Oh,
Like
that
knee
hurts. Went backwards a little bit, and that's unfortunate.
Nobody needs that.
She's been a big piece of their defense and handling the free kick.
So
Had their
good.
first goal of the year. She's able to jog off, so that's a very good sign. .8:01 on the clock as they stopped it. Referee's going to wave in the Coon Rapids subs before they restart.
Macy Lodato, Linda Griffith, and let's see what the third one was. Cecilia Kostick?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Good job, Shapiro.
Thanks. Well, I can, you know, it's nice. I know my numbers, and I can read names, so which is good. Nothing's been lost over the season.
For the most part.
For the most part,
those
yeah.
two most basic
Numbers,
of
names and numbers, we got them down as long as they're written there for us.
Job functions. Speak. Well, apparently I failed that one already.
It's the first game. We'll have to remind ourselves that.
Must know numbers.
Numbers and names. Numbers and names.
It's not always an easy task. The pronunciations
they can be tricky.
challenging. This one played ahead, and Terabeza was offside.
Kerr, you know.
Well, and I obviously I watch a little bit of NHL playoffs. There's some fun names.
Oh, I bet there's some great names. That's
Boys game looks like, well, we have some fun names to
got
say.
some really
on the
good
Coon
names.
Rapids
I like it.
lineup. But Lalesa Ramnares.
I like that. It's a great name.
It's pretty fun name. So it's not always easy. Okay, it's pretty easy, Joe. Yeah, it's really easy.
Yeah.
It is. But if I convince people it's difficult, it justifies our being here for so long, correct?
It's so hard. It's the hardest things I've ever done.
Back at it. Back to the grindstone as the Falcons try to attack, broken up by Kostick, and Kostick will turn upfield on the near sideline. Kostick, pass broken up by Anderson. Right back it comes for Bocock. Her pass taken away by Peyton Taylor. Up the middle, Knobloch behind the defense, trying to get Knobloch a chance to run onto it, but it's just into the 18-yard box and into the hands of Sydney Smith. Now with speed come the Falcons, and it's poked away out of bounds on the far side by Macy Lodato.
There you see the time remaining at 5:40. Cardinals definitely have their work cut out for them. This time is winding down.
Ooh, big collision as see who that was. Is that Grace Stevenson? No, it's Bella Payne.
Yeah, Bailey
but
Payne.
she shows no pain.
She does not.
Big
Relatively
collision
speaking.
there with Thurston. The Final Five brought to you by CTN. We have no sponsor, but if you're interested in sponsoring, please give us a jingle. 763-767-6526.
Ask for Neil.
Stopped up there by Kepke, cleared to the far side and out. Well, conveniently right to the ball girl. So
that worked out well.
She's well positioned herself to be successful. Throw into the corner for Osborne. Osborne pass out off of Kepke, so a corner kick coming up for Armstrong. Set pieces, the key to their win.
Yep. Scored both their goals.
Free kick by Bloom. 221.
221, another partial sellout. The fans
That's
come
even
in droves.
closer to sellouts than normal, as capacity is now 250 fans.
Correct. So that's that's pretty close to a sellout, and obviously people.
It's actually a really good crowd, and it's a beautiful night to play. And obviously everybody in attendance has come to the realization of how special it is to be able to witness, to be able to see the girls play. This shot from a long way out by Bailey Payne didn't have a lot on it. Pretty easy save for Smith. And Armstrong hoping they can just salt away a victory here.
Yeah, nice
People
showing.
are saying stay spaced out.
Being safe.
Social distancing, masks in more common areas, and they're going to make everyone exit and re-enter to recount.
Correct. Before
the boys' game of the doubleheader. Shapiro, you will not need to do so because you don't count.
That's true, I do not.
But just for these purposes, and every other purpose, you count twice.
So kind to me. So kind to the old man.
Cardinals, Tara Beza trying to plead her case and went on off of Armstrong, it will not be so. And we're down into the final moments. Just 140 seconds to go.
Well, you know, I mean, anything can happen in 2 minutes, quite obviously, but I think there are some positives that the Cardinals are going to be taken out of this game. And the fact that they controlled possession for the majority of the game and played good defense, they've got a few things they continue working. Except for the set plays.
Might want to work on their set play defense.
They know what they have to work on too. They know what's working for them.
A direct kick on the free kick is a direct kick. There's not much you can do about a very well placed ball. And the corner kick they scored on. Hats off to Coach Torgerson and her team, because it was beautifully executed.
Very well set up.
Oh, we're gonna add on a couple more seconds.
Put it right at 2 minutes.
Put it to 2:30.
2:30.
Beza challenging, tipped away out of bounds. Played back, Kostick. Softball shot comes in for Smith to glove.
Yeah, an easy save for her.
Payne turns it around off the foot of Kepke. Knobloch behind for Tara Beza. And it got away from her where Smith could handle it. McAllister a little slow to get up. McAllister's had a great game defensively for Armstrong.
Yeah, she's mixed it up. She's everywhere.
Back to recover is Kepke in front of Thurston. Turns, trying to find a little bit of room. Knobloch steps around a poke check attempt. Back over for force. And Griffith's pass intercepted. This one, though, will go out of bounds off of Marelik. Not the result they were hoping for.
No, definitely not. They have, I mean, they have another 10 games, obviously, and they'll continue to fine-tune this team. Coach Karen will do so.
Osborne moves it to McAllister as we tick under 10 seconds remaining. Give and go, that one's booted out on the far side, and that'll just about do it. As the buzzer sounds, Armstrong will celebrate a road win, a little payback for the 3-1 loss they suffered on home turf to these Cardinals starting last season.
Yeah, and again, it's a nice way for them to start, a nice 2-0 win. We talked about they controlled the scoreboard, and the Cardinals had some opportunities, just couldn't get anything to go. There was a questionable non-call in that second half where it looked like there was a foul in close, but nothing was called. But nonetheless, they will regroup and continue on.
Well, we are back for the fall season. We have the boys soccer game that is the second half of this doubleheader. We've got girls tennis, another couple of soccer doubleheaders on the schedule in the near future. Set your reminder so you can watch live, or set your DVR so you can watch later, and always check us out on YouTube. But the final score tonight is Armstrong 2, Coon Rapids 0. We want to thank everybody out there for joining us and continuing to support everything we do here at CTN. To the entire crew, including Howie Shapiro, I'm Joe Young saying good night. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Cardinal Sports Complex for CTN's live coverage of the 2020 Boys Soccer Season Opener as the Coon Rapids Cardinals host the Armstrong Falcons. A condensed year due to the pandemic and schools only partially open and all of that, but they are able to get out and play, and that makes a lot of people very happy.
It's great, and we've talked about the fact that the weather here is actually absolutely beautiful. Great crowd for that first game. The girls a little less in attendance here for the boys game. We had 221 people
Just got started.
crowd into the stadium.
Some still filtering their way back in.
Everybody's social distanced.
Falcons will start with the ball. Try and play it up the right side, but lost out of bounds away from Mana.
Well, this is a young team, this Armstrong squad. They've lost a lot of seniors from a year ago. 5 guys only returning. A lot of sophomores and a lot of freshmen freshmen will contribute.
Not a fan of the black letters on the red jersey, I'm not going to lie.
Should have a talk with them about that. It's tough to read
A little
those
late
numbers.
by now. Cardinals play it into the middle for a Clyer. Able to push it in all the way. Back the other way come the Falcons, stopped up by Ian Wynn. Left there for Richard McCoy. McCoy trying to play to the near side. That's broken up by Mendez. McCoy challenges out of bounds. Off the Cardinals. Elijah Duke throws it deep into the corner. Ian Wynn, first one there for Coon Rapids, turning it around, but right back to Duke. He's bodied off the ball. Effort in the middle by Yukon Harmon. Plays it over to the far side. And along they come back out to midfield. Poked away from Ali. Recovering is Albrecht. Back to Duke. And they will swing to the far side for Castro. Ahead, Mana. Mana waits for help. Trying to send it through ball and get McCoy in behind the defense, but numbers back for the Cardinals. Mendez pressuring, they play it back for Duke. Mendez run into there by Albrecht. And the ball recovered by the Falcons. Out of bounds off the Cardinals.
You know, talking to head coach Brian Chapman. Of course, Coach Chapman was an assistant last year, taking the program. He really likes the way this preseason has gone for his club. Obviously, he hasn't seen him play yet against live competition, but
Well, here's going to be a test, a free kick from a dangerous spot.
well, we saw the girls score their first goal on a set play.
On the wall, on the wall, on the wall. Right. Hey, get together. Left, left, left. Stay.
Goes direct, it's tipped by the keeper and out of play.
Hey, front.
Winter able to get a glove on it, but it'll be a corner kick instead.
There's head coach Marcus Anthony. He talked about he likes the mix on his squad as well. He said they're young, as we talked about, but likes the fact that they hustle.
Waiting at the back door, a great opportunity, but a big save for Winter. We're going to have another corner kick upcoming, but great opportunity as it went over everybody. And at the back door was Grawl with a great chance to score.
And that's what you want to do offensively if you're Armstrong, is you want to get that chance out front. And Winter with a nice poke over the top of the net. Good placement off a Cardinal. And Winter with a nice save.
This one in the middle. Cardinals get the first touch to it. Mena clearing it out of danger.
Get your shape back, get your shape back, get your shape back. Everyone on. Right, step back. Let's go.
You can harm it with the speed the guy's got. Try and feed it to a streaking Micah Miller on the right side. It's out of bounds, back to Coon Rapids. Mena bumped and the Falcons recovered. Albrecht's pass is recollected by the Cardinals. Here's Harmon with possession. Pushes it ahead down the wing. Cross over the top of everybody, cleared away by Elijah Duke. Mena dancing along the sidelines, able to keep it in play. Falcons bring the numbers and win it back as it went out off the foot of Kostick, or Klyer rather.
Armstrong defensively that time doing a good job of keeping the ball wide, not letting Coon Rapids get any kind of looks inside.
Klyer in the middle, ahead for Ramos Dominguez on the left side. Cleared away in front of him by Jonathan Castro. McCoy taking a look around. He's got a lot of green to work with. He'll tap it near side for Albrecht. Ahead, trying to settle it is Micah Miller. He has to come back to it. And now Jack Halverson, far side looking for Mena. It's out of the head attempt, stopped up along that last line, and Mena will clear it away.
Yeah, nice job by Tomas to get to the ball and clear that away. A couple of white jerseys right there, and kind of get an opportunity for his defense to reset.
Into the middle, headed in and scooped up by the keeper Winter. Ramos Dominguez plays it back far side. Now over to the near side for Ian Wynn. Trying to tap it to Harmon in the middle, but a little too much on it. And back comes, this is Mendez. Sorry, on the near side. Here's Harmon. Harmon.
Boy, is he fast.
Speed around the corner, cutting back. Separated from the ball though, and Nathan Hunt able to clear it away.
There's head coach Brian Chapman. first-year coach for the Cardinals, but well familiar with the program.
Harmon stepped in and got the steal, now shielded away from it by Albrecht. Plays it ahead for Miller. Albrecht to McCoy, into the middle, left for Miller. Over for Nathan Hunt. Hunt pressured, tripped up, no whistle. Coon Rapids going back the other way.
Ten minutes gone by here in the first half. Joe Young, no score.
Oh, good possessions by Armstrong so far. Coon Rapids has yet to mount much of an attack. Here's a chance for Miller and a great save by Winter. He's come up with a couple of big ones early on.
He has, and that's what certainly a soccer team needs, is a strong goaltender, and Winter with a couple of nice saves, and again just got the mitts on it and pulled it in.
Nathan Hunt called for using the hands. There's a chance, a look at the chance by Micah Miller, and
again, just a nice job getting to the ball. Tried to chip it over him, but Winter getting his hands on it.
Win with the boot from midfield. Throw into Tomas Mena. I'm having troubles today. Mena back to win. Pass taken away by Albrecht, and back come Armstrong. Mendez trying to get it ahead and eventually does get it to Ali. But again, you see Armstrong collapse on defense, bring numbers in white, and come away with possession every time Coon Rapids is crossed midfield. They collapse and they force a turnover. Wynn will tap it back to Winter. Harmon can't control. Wynn stops it up. Mena has a couple of touches. McCoy settles for the Falcons. Into Miller. Back, and here's a shot for Brawl that goes up and out of play. And a goal kick coming up for the Cardinals.
They did a nice job of trying to set something up as they got that pass to him, but just too much on the attempt.
Mena stops it up. Feeds it back for Hunt into the middle, broken up by Mena, and cleared away out of bounds on the far side. No, did not make it out of bounds. And play continues. Back it comes for Jacobson, and now Duke. Ahead for McCoy. McCoy trying to dance to the middle. Sets it up. And Coon Rapids able to turn it back the other way. Too far for Ramos Dominguez. It's played all the way back to Aguado. And he plays it near side for Duke. McCoy trying to get it back into the middle for Miller. He's tripped up, and they are going to have a free kick from a very good spot.
Yeah, great opportunity here now for Armstrong.
Oh, and they gave Tomas Mena the
yellow card. Yep. See it there.
Hey,
They push them a little
hey,
bit
let's
from
just left
behind.
a little bit. Left.
And their bodies just got tangled.
All right, you
Not
can
sure it
left
deserved
on
the
top
yellow
of
card.
step. Ryan, you're off.
Well, they're going to have a great opportunity here.
Hey, let's go left now. Hey, back, let's go quickly. Oh, you're good, stay. Yeah, you do.
McCoy lined up to take it with the left foot. Will go direct, and Winter will take control. Another save, and he will boot it away. Tipped away out of bounds on the far side.
You can.
Mena will check back in, but he will be joined by Ali Abdelrahim as well as Yaya Sibade getting their first minutes of the season. You see a couple of guys getting a breather. Moving with it now is Grawl into the Cardinals' half of the field. Will fake the pass and keep it into the middle for McCoy. That's broken up, taken away. Stepping up on that was Abdelrahim, and then bumped to the ground was Abdullahi Ali, and that'll get the Cardinals a free kick here. Ian Wynn will set up to take it. And move it to the far side. Coon Rapids pushes it into the middle. Ali almost had a chance, but Duke able to poke it away from him.
All right, if you guys are going to clear, you got to get it up and out.
Good opportunity down here now in the Armstrong end for Coon Rapids to see if they can get something going from their offense. Still no score.
That one lost out the end line, so a goal kick coming up. First field to Duke. He taps it ahead for Albrecht. Left it there for Jacobson, and now ahead to McCoy. McCoy had it knocked off his foot by Abdelrahim, and then he's run over, and that will draw the whistle.
Hey, Olive on the wall. Adam on the wall, Mo. All three.
There you see it again.
Adam, wall.
A little push right there. A little bit of a push.
A little bit. This one sent to the back corner. I think it was Ben Kish that got up and got a header on it for the Cardinals. And then handball called, and the Cardinals will be able to kick it away.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Cardinals turn it right back over out of bounds. Micah Miller trying to turn and prevented from doing so, but no, did make it out of bounds before Wagner was able to keep it in over there.
Deeper.
Elijah Duke Short throwing, gets it back, cross to the middle over the head of Mana. Chance for Duke, fakes the shot, taps it to McCoy in the corner. He's bumped, gets back up, plays it out into the middle for Hunt. That denied. Ball bouncing around everywhere, and Winter will finally boot it away out past the Cardinal bench and out of bounds.
Yeah, he just wants to kind of free up that middle a little bit, kind of get his squad reset. Good call there. A little bit of contact, but officials decided to let him play.
And now a foul on Armstrong. So we saw Ali hit the turf again. No score midway through this first half of the season opener. Armstrong has definitely had the better of the play, possession, and opportunity. Had a couple of pretty decent shots on goal that have been turned away by Caleb Winter. Coon Rapids still looking for their first opportunity to take a shot.
Oh, they'll continue to try and apply pressure here in this situation. Armstrong does a good job of just clearing the ball.
Played back to Ian Wynn. Wynn able to challenge and keep it from Miller. Pass taken away, though, by the Falcons, and they come back the other way with Aiden Grawl. His pass too far, and Coon Rapids will just recover it and reset back to Winter. Del Rahim plays a little give and go along the sideline, and then the pass interrupted by Jack Halverson and lost out of bounds by McCoy. What they say it was tipped out of bounds by Wagner on defense. So that one deflected right out front and then bounced right back in on the keeper, and Winter able to scoop it up. But Aiden Grawl just got in the middle and just mixed things up. And
well, the Cardinals were fortunate in that situation too, because that was a great opportunity for Armstrong right in close.
Yeah, two clearing attempts. One that deflects right out front, and another one that deflects back toward the net. Tomas Mena trying to get it over to Abdel Rahim, but a little not quite enough on it. Here's Micah Miller spinning in the middle. Kish pokes it away from him. Abdel Rahim gets it right back. Trying to move it over far side for Sibide.
Yeah. Oh, you got it.
Wagner goes all the way across the field. Stepping up to break things up is Mana. Kish steps up, defends, played back, and now over for Mana again, and that's taken away on the far side. Abide leaves it back. Trying to get back to it, but it's poked free. Over for Hunt, who moves it along. Castro had it taken off his foot. And now the Falcons recover again.
Well, Joe, you talked about it. The Falcons doing a really nice job of just keeping possession. And Coon Rapids really not getting many opportunities at this point in the game. We're a little more than halfway through this first half. No score, but Armstrong's had a couple of good opportunities. If it weren't for Caleb Winter, as you mentioned, we may have a score in this contest.
Well, in Coon Rapids, every time they've come across midfield, the Falcons have collapsed with numbers, and they've come away with the ball. And they're going to call Ali for getting the foot up in a dangerous spot, I guess. Miller in between a couple of Cardinal defenders, pushed out of bounds off the team in red. Tyson Stevenson is going to check in for Armstrong.
It's like Israel Manna will be coming out.
It's a good guess.
It was a good guess considering I could read the number.
I like their jerseys. They're easy to read.
They are easy to read. Well, he had his hand up, his arm in front of the 2, and I wasn't sure if it was a 2 or an 8.
This one into the middle, headed toward the net, but just wide, and it'll be a goal kick.
Yeah, another good opportunity there for Armstrong, and just a bit wide, but a nice nice job to get his head on the ball and redirect it, trying to hit that corner of the net.
Yeah, Tyson Stevenson just got in moments ago and got a good opportunity early. This one turned back in behind the defense. Wagner gets it back near side for Abdelrahim. Ahead for Harmon, back for Abdelrahim, ahead. And Ali trying to turn it on. He's tripped up a little bit, and that will draw the whistle. Coon Rapids with a free kick in the Falcon half. Wins kick taken away by a charging Jack Halverson. They quickly make their way back to the Cardinal end of the field, and then Wynn was playing it back to Winter when he was tackled by Tyson Stevenson.
Yeah, and they're going to call that one every time.
Handed back out of bounds by Albrecht. Mena gets around one defender, trying to work past Albrecht. Able to get it back for Hartman. Nope, sorry, that's Mo Fatty. Fatty slowed, gets it back to Mena. Trying to get it near side to Abdelrahim, tipped away out of bounds by Albrecht. Spencer Klyer will come back into the game, give Abdullahi Ali an opportunity to rest.
The pace has been pretty good here tonight, obviously, so they're trying to get a few players in and out of the lineup.
Well, and it's still the first season. We're only 2 weeks in. Give guys an opportunity to shine under the lights in the home opener. McCoy trying to skip past, but unable to do so. It's cleared away out of bounds by the defense. Miller's throw in. Stopped up by Jesse Small, and Small then throws it in quickly for Yukon Harmon. Tipped out of play there by Jonathan Castro. Kish steps up, gets it to Clyer and near side for Abdelrahim. Abede in the middle, big collision with the keeper and the defender, and
they called a foul on the Cardinals?
Apparently.
Let's see where. Looked like two Armstrong players ran into each other. As he was pushed, one was pushed.
Well, and I didn't think.
That's what they called the.
I mean, there's no foul
Yeah,
there.
I don't
know if there was a foul elsewhere that we missed. Not soccer experts. Oh, here's Micah Miller working down the right side. Cuts back, plays it out front, skipped away from Elijah Duke, able to recover it. Tripped up, but still has possession. Plays it back now for Halverson. Albrecht bumped off of it. Hunt will not be able to keep it. It's McCoy tipped off his foot by Small, at least momentarily. Miller again. Back to Hunt. Into the middle for Grawl. Pushed out of bounds on the far side by the Cardinal defense.
Yeah, this time Cardinal defense just making sure they clear things out, take a beat. There's a little bit of pressure put on by Armstrong here. Didn't get a shot off, but put a little pressure on.
Into the final 10 minutes of this first half, no score, but it has been controlled by the Falcons, and a foul in the box, but it goes against the attacking team. Wagner settles, looks, and now fires it up the field. You can see the speed that Sibade has and why
so
they
fast.
would do that. Yukon Harmon crazy fast too. I've been impressed with what I've seen from him. He hasn't had a ton of touches, but
his acceleration.
When he does, his acceleration is impressive.
Yeah.
McCoy tips it to Miller, trying to flip it over the top for Castro. Stopped up and forced out of bounds. Wynn gets it off of Castro, keeps possession for the home squad.
A little different than that first game. The Armstrong girls scored a couple of goals in the first half. Not quite as much opportunity here.
Grawl tracked down by Mena, cuts back. Trying to go across court. Micah Miller pokes at it. Played to where Small has a little bit of room. Avoids the sweep tackle. And gets it up near midfield. Stopped up there by Castro. And again, Small breaking up a pass. Here's Micah Miller chipping it into the middle. Headed away by Wagner. Getting there is Hunt. That's good from 40 yards out.
3 points.
Right down the middle.
Well, again, just all pressure here put on by Armstrong in this first half. Very little by the Cardinals. And I'll give the Falcons credit. They did a nice job of getting to the ball and kind of winning those battles.
Abdelrahim, pressured by Albrecht. We'll get it back now from Mena. Bumped off it by Duke, but out of bounds. Tried to throw it in quickly to Klyer. Klyer got a touch on it, gets body position to shield Jacobson off of it. Pass back to Ian Wynn. He's run over, and that'll draw the whistle.
Stevenson again? I believe so.
Yes.
Yep. You know what number he's wearing?
Number 9.
Number 9.
Number 9.
Number 9. We haven't done that for a while. We figured it's time we do that
This is the
again.
last time we had a
Number 9.
we did it in baseball.
We did it in
this summer.
baseball.
Oh, well, play goes on. Both Cardinals went, oh no, that was a handball. It was, but no whistle, so play continues. Down the sideline comes Albrecht, and now crosses Miller in behind the defense, off the post, cleared away by Mena, and it's out the end line. So
it looked like it was in,
you cannot get any closer to scoring without scoring than that right there. Micah Miller has definitely been the one they're trying to get open, and here he is in close, off the post.
Oh my gosh.
And straight across. And Mena clears. It's a corner. They go to the back. Grawl chips it wide, and another goal kick upcoming. Pass from Wagner a bit too far for Abdelrahim. It'll be a turnover back to Armstrong into the corner. And dancing with it is Stevenson. Can't get around Wagner. Reaches back and a good steal. Stays strong on it and then tried to flip it, and a little too much. It's out of bounds. Thought Stevenson directed that out of bounds, but throw-in went to the team in white. Klyer pressuring Albrecht back into the middle. Sivide will leave it back. Small, pressured by Miller. Back to Kish. And now Ian Wynn. Settling it is Abdelrahim. And Klyer tried to get it back to him. Intercepted by Duke. Back to Hunt. Abdelrahim trying to find a seam to get it to Harbin. Klyer there to break up that pass was Micah Miller. And it is bumped out of bounds by Castro on the far side. But before that, the foul called against Coon Rapids.
Time is winding down here in this first half. We're under 3 minutes. Neither team yet to put a ball in the back of the net. But Armstrong has come close a couple of times.
Well, these teams opened the season against one another last year as well. That was at Armstrong on the turf.
Yep.
Ended in a 1-1 tie. This foul will go against Falcons. Miller tripped up, and another whistle, another foul.
I'll give a big shout out to former Cardinal head coach Jeff DeJoy. I believe he's out watching. He was watching earlier. See if he's still watching, or Maybe he's studying up for his fantasy football draft. I'm not sure. Official maybe got a little something in his eye.
Where he was choked up because he got a little bit of the Shapiro announcing in his ear. And
oh, and he goes, oh my God.
it's so good.
Life is good. We're normal for a short time. Shapiro's on the mic. Shapiro and Yender back.
Alverson with the boot into the middle off a couple of Cardinal heads. Still loose. Duke had the last touch, trying to settle it in close. Poked away where Klyer can take control and move upfield, and he puts it to where Harmon can run on to Hunt and challenge, but out of bounds back to the Cardinals, or back to the Falcons. That's what I meant.
It was a bird. You knew it was one with the other bird.
Both are in the game. Got that going for me.
This
Give me
true.
a break. It's soccer
Hey,
and it's the first
I'm
game
not,
of the year.
believe me, I am not. I'd be the last guy to criticize you. Neil Hannon, on the other hand, he might throw you right under the bus.
Sivide with a steal, and he shows his speed down that left sideline, bodied off it. However, by Castro, gets it to center for McCoy. Back for Ulbricht. Pass stopped up there by Klyer and sent out right at midfield. Small coming out, Mendez going in for the Cardinals on defense into the final minute of this first half. No score. Coon Rapids keeper Caleb Winter has been the star of the game thus far.
He has.
As you know, not a ton of opportunities, but 3 or 4 good opportunities. Oh, and here's a chance right now for Yukon Harmon, and what a save coming out to take it off his foot by Andres Aguado.
Yeah, and that's just one-on-one right there. Good battle won by Aguado.
You got to be fearless to
You
dive at
do.
the ball like that and just know you're going to get feet and shins and knees.
You risk your health when that happens.
Down to the final 10. This one will go out the end line. It would be a goal kick, but we will run out of time. We will go to half with no score. Armstrong is threatened. Coon Rapids a great chance right at the end, but nobody able to light the lamp in the first half. So Falcons 0, Cardinals 0. You're watching CTN's live coverage of boys high school soccer.
After quarantine, everyone's bound to look a little different. Some people gained a little weight, others lost some. Some had longer hair or new beard. With Joe and Howie, it was a little different. Don't get me wrong, they acted like the same old Joe and Howie. What they came back with, a different energy. But something was off.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Sports Night. I'm Joe Young.
And I'm Howie Shapiro, and it really
Cardinal fans on their feet, and Brad, the #1 fan, of course, in attendance.
Hello and welcome to Inside Access, your ticket behind the scenes of Coon Rapids sports.
Studio and Howie, it feels great to be back behind the desk.
I can't think of too many things better in life. How about you?
I can think of one, because it's an all-out sprint to the finish.
Okay. Kind of like your life.
They host Elk River on Tuesday, and Howie?
We'll be there. There you go. It's contagious.
It's all your fault.
Yeah, of course it is.
Sports Night, I'm Joe Young.
I'm Joe Young as well. I'm not so sure how good we'll look on HD, but you know.
I appreciate the effort.
I try.
I do.
Back at the Cardinal Sports Complex. Halftime of this boys soccer season opener, and Coon Rapids hasn't had a lot of fireworks offensively, but they've had a stalwart between the pipes thus far. Caleb Winter's been called on several occasions early on, and he's met the challenge to this point.
Well, he's kept them in the game. There's no question about that.
And Coon Rapids has really just had one good opportunity. It came at the last minute. And there you saw the one off the post for Micah Miller. But Coon Rapids had a chance with Yukon Harmon behind the defense. But a big save at the other end. And that is why there are a couple of goose eggs up there. And another change to high school soccer is games ending in a tie, and in a tie there is no overtime.
There is no overtime
this season.
And you know, this is the kind of contest that one goal can win this game, quite obviously. And the opportunity chances, although Armstrong had more than certainly more than Coon Rapids did in that first half.
But all it takes is one.
This is true.
And I seem to remember standing in this very press box not too terribly long ago when it was a 0-0 game down to the last 15 seconds. It was a similar story. The home team was being heavily outshot, out-pressured, out-possessed, but they popped one over the top with about 15 seconds left to win the game 1-0 and avoid going to overtime.
That's all it takes.
Against Anoka. Of course, when I say not too terribly long ago, that could mean 15 years.
Yeah, time goes quickly.
But they all seem the same to me.
They do. There's no question about that.
A lot of yesterdays when it comes to my experience with Coon Rapids sports.
Yes, been doing this a long time.
Yeah, a couple days.
A couple days. Although it's gone so quickly. It seems like a few days.
Push inside is going to cost the Cardinals. It'll be a free throw, or a free kick rather, from a dangerous spot. Nathan Hunt will take the chance. Cardinals put 4 on the wall in front of him. 5 on the right, 2 on the left. Chip goes right over the middle. Header into the back corner. Tracking it down is Dane Yeager. Tried to get it back up top, but crosses in too deep, ends up on the back of the goal. Wagner battling for it, able to push it over, and now played ahead. Just out of the reach of Yukon Harmon. He's knocked off it by Duke, who recovers for Armstrong. Harmon able to battle and get it back for the Cardinals. And finally tripped up there. And that will draw the penalty and a yellow card. I think Halverson knew that was coming.
I think so. There's
the first grab. That's not really where the foul.
That's where. There it is.
Here we go.
Yeah, let's bring him to the turf.
Coon Rapids got a yellow really early in the contest.
They did.
Israel Mana will check in. I find it interesting that the two number twos, their last names are one letter different. Mena and Mana.
It's a wacky world.
Mena spins this one up, and going up to get it is the keeper, Andres Aguado. And he will just roll it out as the Falcons look to move it up the field. Stepping up, Abdel Rahim right back into the heart of the defense, though, and it's cleared away by Castro. Wynn settling, and then it's taken from him from behind, and there's a little bit of a body check.
Yeah, at first
Hager took a tumble.
The whistle came a little late after that. It went down first, but it's a good spot here for Armstrong. Try and capitalize on that penalty against Coon Rapids.
On the wall. Hustle. Left. Stay. Come on, stay.
They'll line up three to try and confuse the Cardinals a bit here. Two run over, and then they try to tap behind for Duke on the run, but sniffed out and cleared away with authority by Tomas Mena. Played toward the middle. Miller had a header on it. Wynn lets it go out of bounds for the goal kick.
How smartly gives the opportunity for Coon Rapids to get it out quickly.
Harmon able to disrupt the pass. Fire will play it back for Small. And across where Wagner can run onto it, he'll be pressured. And he'll get it back. Now Clyer with it. Near side for Small. Pass a little too far for Harmon, and it's cleared away by the defense, but out off of the Cardinals. Pressuring was Ali. This one cleared though, and now Ian Wynn will tap it back to Caleb Winter. And he put a little too much on that, and it's going to end up out of bounds. Got Small turned around a little bit.
Yeah, tried to finesse it a little bit in there, and as you mentioned, just too much underneath.
Centering attempt cleared away by Wagner, but out of bounds out the end line, and a goal kick coming up for Robbinsdale Armstrong. Nathan Hunt sets it in motion, a long low line drive headed away by the Cardinal defense. And here is Yukon Harmon, and he is just trying to run around guys, and a good job shielding by Halverson. Pressure continues as Ali came in to support. Here's Harmon back on the left side.
Harmon tried to use his speed to get by the defender. Good job just sticking with him and troubling him.
Kish jumps up and stops that one up, and then knocked out by the Falcons. Klyer trying to split a couple of defenders, gets tripped up, no call. McCoy gets it back. Mena trying to disrupt, knocks it away, but legal as he got the ball first. Mena runs through a little bit of traffic, trying to get around Hunt is slowed. Grawl takes it away. Miller pass into the middle, stopped up and moved along by Mo Faddy. Far side, Abdel Rahim is bumped there by Albrecht. Got back for Faddy, went off Faddy's arm. And that'll be a free kick for the Falcons. Miller trying to squeak that pass through, turned around by Jesse Small. And here's Ali giving it back in the left-footed boot, and that was off the wrong side of the foot for Yukon Harmon.
Yeah, just hit off the side. I believe he hit it off the side of his shoe, and then he's limping a little bit. I don't know if he did something there when he came down on his foot. But he's going to take a bit of a break here.
Ferrari Ramos Dominguez will replace him. Just about 10 minutes into this second half, still no score. Long pass trying to spring McDonald over the top, turned around by Wynn out of bounds. Fatty called for the infraction. And really, Coon Rapids, the first 10 minutes of the second half, has had better, done a better job of pushing some more play it down at the other end and making the Falcons defend a little bit more than they did in that first half.
Yeah, we saw the Cardinals in the first game. The girls do that in the second half, come out and control the action early. Unfortunately, they couldn't capitalize on that. Boys looking to do so here.
Kish along the sidelines, trying to get it to Klyer. Growl sends it back for Miller. Miller to Hunt. His pass headed away by Wagner, settled there by Jacobson. Long boot to the corner, headed down by McCoy.
Nice job, McCoy, just to keep that in play.
Small able to get it back near midfield for Ramos Dominguez. Tried to go across for Mo Faddy, and that was taken back by Albrecht. Faddy got a little bit of a trip there.
Yep.
That's why he came up with possession, but Tomas Mena, far side, skips away from Abdel Rahim. He'll play it back for Wagner. And now Ian Wynn. Kish moves it along for Small. Long pass for Ramos. Dominguez able to cut back. Looking for help. His pass gets to Mo Fatty. Fatty. Cross settling it is Abdel Rahim. That pass got away from Mena and is turned around by the Falcons. Headed down, McCoy chipping it over the top, trying to give an opportunity for Yeager to run around the defense. He's not able to do so, but it does force the Cardinals to clear it out and give a throw in to Armstrong. Hunt's pass back, and then that deflection rolls in harmlessly against Winter. That pass behind the defense. Trying to get there was Ramos Dominguez, and at least forces the Falcons to clear.
Yeah, good defensive play by Armstrong there, just to stay with him and then clear it wide.
Mike, I got two. You got two. I'll come in the middle. Rick.
Yeah. Sibade checking in, replacing Ali, or I'm sorry, Abdul. Who just came out?
17.
Abdullahi Ali.
There you go. What was I talking about again?
What did I miss? Give me a break, it's early.
Yeah,
it's like taking a final exam on your first day of school.
Hey, you're passing it with flying colors, my friend.
All right, well, thank you for that. Long shot, misses wide, and out of play, a goal kick coming up. Miller back to Hunt. His pass a little too far. Taken back by was Barari. Ramos Dominguez tried to cut back. He was tripped up. Fatty with a boot. Up and through. He's got time to work on that before football season.
He does.
It's not coming around till spring.
I got plenty of time to work on that.
But between now and then, you want to probably keep it a little bit lower.
You do.
But I know that the football coaching staff is always looking good for a guy who can put it between the uprights.
Jake, push up. Jake, push up.
Now, we've seen plenty of soccer players kick for the Cardinals football squad over the years.
Yeah, they are trying to spring Yeager. He's clearly got some speed. Wagner tested to keep up with him on that wing. Stopped up by Duke. Duke trying to bring it back to middle of the field. Hunt moves it to Miller and now gets it back. Cuts back to his left. Here's a chance for Yeager. Another big save for Winter.
Wow, just beautiful job. Just getting a piece of it.
Corner kick upcoming, but a great setup, and Yeager got a good piece of it, but Winter made it look easy.
You know, Winter's got that height. He timed that one perfectly. So he's able to get a piece of it. I mean, nice job, nice setup on the offense by Armstrong. And just a great job getting the shot on goal, but Winter's right there for the save.
Not able to attack directly off the corner, and they get forced back out. Coon Rapids trying to force it further, taken back by Castro. And here's Albrecht. Back to the last line of defense for Alverson. And now Yeager. Little miscommunication as Jacobson chips it out of play. Wynn pressured now by Yeager. Moves it to Kish, ahead off the head of Mena. Fatty trying to get around Albrecht, but Albrecht settles and leaves it for Hunt. Ahead for Growl. Pass too far and easily scooped up by Winter. Mena bump, but got it over to Mo Fatty. Long for Mendez. Back, Fatty has it. Trying to get it to Sibide in the middle. Now they'll get it to him in the corner. Slipped a little bit, able to come back, use his speed, and now cleaned up by Halverson. Wagner staying with it. Comes back to Wynn. Cross for Kish. Tapped ahead for Mena. Mena, right side for Mendez. Back to Mena. Ahead, a little give and go with Fatty. And here's Mena chipping it, trying to get it to where Sibide can find separation with that speed, but a little too far. And Aguado gets to it first. Duke passing along, stopped up by Wagner. Mena tried to get it back to him, didn't get enough on it. Here's Grawl chipping it through. Wynn clears it toward the corner, and Mendez will play it out. Cuate Torres onto the field for Armstrong. Harmon back in the game for the Cardinals. Just about midway through this second half, no score. These teams tied last year 1-1 to open the season.
We've now reached a little over halfway through this second half, and still, Joe, no one's scored. Did you just say that? Oh, sorry.
10, like, not 15 seconds ago.
I figured the way you started to laugh, you must have just said it.
As per usual, how he tuned out for a few minutes.
I did. Well, you know, it's like, man, I was at a beach for a little bit. Sorry. It felt good.
Oh, that's nice. And Armstrong, you know, controlled the ball most of that first half. We saw a lot better control from Coon Rapids here early in the second half, but now seems that Armstrong has settled a little bit and getting a little more possession, and that one's is an opportunity for Ramos Dominguez, but a good tap away from Halverson. And here's Sibide in close, and a big sliding save by Aguado.
Yeah, that was the best save that Aguado's made here tonight. This great job of keeping that ball out of the net. That was a great chance for the Cardinals.
Mendez. Back for Mena. On the sideline. Cross out front, turned away by Miller. Duke will push it along. Clyer gets it over for Small. Pass into the middle is headed away. Grawl with room to run will do so. And finally knocked to the ground, and That'll get a free kick.
There's head coach Brian Chapman. He's got to like the effort from his squad.
This is a dangerous spot for the free kick right here. See Ramos Dominguez back to the bench as Ali returns. McCoy going direct, going wide, and a goal kick upcoming for the Cardinals.
Well, like I said earlier, this very well could be just a one goal. If somebody can get that first goal, it could be a win for whoever does. Because scoring opportunities are tight here for both squads.
Yeager to McCoy, back for Grawl. Grawl looking for McCoy, and he had stopped up, so Cardinals an opportunity to possess and play it out of bounds. Throw in upcoming. Mana throws it in. McCoy out of the corner, crosses out front. Albrecht had a swing at it, got a little piece, and he's able to recover back for Duke. Duke back near side. McCoy directs it toward the net, or almost straight up. Now plays it out front. Mana spins one off a defender and out of bounds. I thought actually it went off a defender, but instead now it's going to be a goal kick. It did not go off a defender.
It did not. I'll take another look at it. He tried to put a little English on that and see if we could spin it in.
I thought Mana played it off Mena, because Mena and Mana were mano a mano. To be out of bounds right in front of the visitors bench. Abdel Rahim going to check back in for the Cardinals. Give Mendez a break. Wagner will get it back from Abdel Rahim. And now Mena pressured for Wynn. Wynn had to take it away. McCoy shoots and just misses wide. Another goal kick coming up for Coon Rapids.
That was a
great opportunity. A misplay by the Cardinals and a turnover deep in their own end.
Yeah, they were fortunate in that situation.
With it.
Too many white jerseys there for him to advance.
Byers smartly plays it out off of.
You see, it's just going to roll. Oh, did get a little piece. Oh, I thought he got a piece. Did not get a piece of it, but it just rolled to the right of the goal.
Foul against the Cardinals deep in the Armstrong end, and they'll get a free kick. Monahan throws it past McCoy. Kish moves it up the middle. Harmon tried to turn, but it's poked away by Jacobson. And here is Miller. So Elijah Duke. It's turned around, but not before it went out of bounds. Harmon, a boot behind the defense, gives Sibade a chance to run onto it. First one there is Halverson, though. Harmon battling along the sideline for it with Albrecht. And
oh, they're going to call it on Harmon. Yeah, he wasn't happy about it. Didn't agree with it. Contact there.
Boot from a ways out by Torres is high and wide. Another goal kick for Coon Rapids. Micah Miller is going to check back in, though, for the Falcons. Oh, Sibade cutting back, has a chance in close. A partial save, ball still loose. Another charging effort from Aguado. Cardinals have had two great chances in on the goalie alone, and Aguado has come out sliding to take away opportunities. And they've got a defender back down with Aguado just waiting for help, and we've got one down near midfield. At midfield, it looks like it's Hunt. There's another look at Aguado stripping it off the foot, and there you see
a great opportunity there.
And Jonathan Castro, I don't know if he just tweaks something when he looks to clear it right there.
He's in a lot of pain.
And he is still down back by the net. And Nathan Hunt up near midfield is being attended to by Jeremy Shepard. That looks like a cramp.
Could be a cramp.
So it looks like both are cramps, just based on, looks like coach is down there. Coach Anthony is there offering the exact same assistance to Castro.
Yeah, that's good to see.
So yeah, definitely, and two guys that have obviously been a big part of the team for the Falcons tonight. Hate to see him go down early in this already shortened season with anything more severe than a cramp.
Everybody's stretching out, making sure that they.
Well, now Jeremy
certainly
will
stay
go help
hydrated.
assist Castro as well as Coach Anthony, not quite as expertly tuned as the training staff to get those cramps out and get them back on their feet.
Yeah, those are not fun. Yeah, those.
Stretching it out can be almost as painful.
Yes.
Pickle
juice. Drink pickle juice.
Hunt is still being attended to by teammates on the sideline, and another look at Castro right there. And then it goes ahead to Hunt.
This crowd is 137. 137 is reported by the front gate.
137 faithful in the stands watching this contest.
221 at the girls'
221 at the girls' game.
Both partial sellouts.
Well, you know, word spreads fast when they know that Joe Young's going to be at the stadium. People just flock to get here. It doesn't matter what sport.
The other way.
It doesn't matter what sport. It could be turtle racing. Yeah. If Young's here, so are the crowd.
Well, Castro's back up and walking his way to the sideline, and yeah, pickled juice.
Pickled juice is good.
Bananas.
Bananas are good. Pickle juice works really well.
Or just vitamin B.
Yeah, but in the, you know, if you're experiencing it and you need something.
I've heard that.
Yeah.
Never tried.
Yep. I don't know if you're a fan of drinking pickle juice or not.
Not typically. Is not in.
You don't like a cold glass of pickle juice after work?
Not very often.
Oh, it's good.
And no one else in the house
a pretzel?
eats pickles. I enjoy pickles.
I love pickles.
But nobody else in the house does. So. Although one of our frequent house guests does enjoy pickles, so it gives me reason to have pickles again. And then maybe if I have a cramp and I have pickles in the house,
just drink that juice, baby.
Go for it.
The best thing, though, if you're going to drink it, is to strain it first, because then you get all those little pieces of stuff in there. Seeds, according to Neil Hannon, because he was raised on a farm. There's seeds.
A pickle farm?
A pickle. I don't know. They grow. I don't know if they grew pickles. They may have.
Well, you don't grow pickles. You pickle pickles.
No, you grow cucumbers.
You do grow cucumbers.
Yeah, you grow cucumbers.
You can't grow a pickle, though.
Oh, I don't know. I've seen some pickles that were grown.
I've gotten into a pickle or two, but never grown any. Here's Sibade again, and again, way out and just getting enough of it to slow the ball down was Aguado. Both the player and the ball got by him, but not together,
nope.
So still nobody on the board. You see the strategy clearly to try and get Sibade with that great speed behind the defense. And not sure what we're oh, because there's only 9 guys on the field for him. That's what we're waiting for.
Got to get that extra guy.
Who is not on our roster.
No.
All right. That's the way it goes. Work out the kinks. Kish challenged down the right side, pulling it back is Stevenson. Got it into the middle, and in to help out was Wagner and clear it away off the foot of Roddy Cuate Torres. But out the end line means a corner kick upcoming. And every play so huge now in a scoreless game.
Oh, yeah. An opportunity here for Armstrong if they can make this corner kick count as we are winding down.
Headed back near the sidelines. Grawl can't get it past Harmon. Mana takes it away and sends it out of bounds. Albrecht able to step up and disrupt Harmon. And now here's Torres. Abdel Rahim on the far side will let it go out of bounds. And maybe he shouldn't have as the throw-in's going the other way.
Yep.
Small can't get around Mana, but able to recover and break it up and get it right back for the Cardinals. Here's Klyer. High loft down the near sideline. Sibide trying to time it, and it ends up out of bounds. Klyer with the throw it. Mena into the middle. Unable to get to it was Ali. Here's Wynn being tracked down from behind. We'll play it back for Winter. And he boots it out of bounds near midfield. Castro back in, so all's well in the cramp department apparently.
Oh, 6 minutes, a little over 6 minutes remaining, and Cardinals could use another rush like they've had the last couple of times. See if they can get one of those to count.
Mena reverses for Wagner. Play it up to Abdel Rahim on the far side. Tried to leave it off to Mena, and that's broken up by McCoy. Opportunity in close, a shot, and a scrambling save by Caleb Winter. As Tyson Stevenson was able to work his way inside. I think the Cardinals were expecting a foul call.
Yeah, I mean, he was bodying up on his way in.
Another corner kick opportunity.
I see it here as he's a lot of contact there. We're able to get a piece of it, knock it out.
Castro. Line drive, headed out of bounds out the end line. And another chance went off a Cardinal. Castro will tee it back up. Stopped up by Kish, and Kish running with it. He's tripped up, and so it's interesting. He was calling that foul from like 7 seconds ago, but because it didn't disrupt them immediately, he let the play go until it was clear that it did disrupt the play, that the player was tripped, and then they blow the whistle. It's a goofy sport. I don't understand it. I've figured out the offsides with the absence of a blue line for the most part.
For the most part. Yeah, but that
man
translates.
in the crease, I mean, where does that, what's going on there? I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Welcome back to soccer.
Joe got off on a little hockey tangent. Well, you're just excited to go watch some hockey.
Nah.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I'm excited, honestly. All jokes aside, I'm incredibly excited to be here just because it means these kids are on the field.
Oh, absolutely.
And that means a lot, and it should mean a lot, really, to everyone at this time.
It should.
We are starting to get some things figured out, and give kids at least a chance to go and do what they love, because the time you have to compete, to truly compete at a high level in sports is very limited. And when you take some of that time away due to a virus outbreak, which is, before this year, unheard of, it's sad. So to see him be able to get out and play is fantastic.
It is fantastic. And watching these kids love what they do is great.
Goes off of Stevenson. Kish boots it way back. Winter comes way out and moves it to Abdel Rahim. Ahead, spun around Ali. Abdel Rahim trying to push it into the middle. Kish with a header to stop it up. Small will keep it in on the near side. McCoy tripped up. .75 seconds remaining in the contest. If no one scores, it ends as a tie. This one bounces in on Winter. He grabs it and is run into and asks for a penalty, maybe a card. Will not get one. Stevenson in the corner, watched by Wagner. Abdel Rahim steps up, and it's going to be a foul that will give Armstrong a shot from a dangerous spot here with 20 seconds left. In some discomfort is the player not on our roster.
15.
This one popped up and going up to get it is Winter, and this one is going to end as a scoreless tie.
2 ties in a row last year, as you mentioned, a 1-1 tie at Armstrong, and now a 0-0 tie here in Coon Rapids. And both teams played well. Both teams hustled all night. A lot of number of opportunities. Both goaltenders, I thought, did a nice job of keeping their teams in this game.
Definitely the stars of the game. I talked about it coming into the second half, is that Caleb Winter was the star of the game, the Coon Rapids goaltender, but Aguado made that big save right at the end of the first half, and they made a couple more in the second. As you saw, the Cardinal strategy clearly was to get some of their speed behind the defense, which they did. But then Aguado came charging out and ripped it right off their foot when they got close. So nice game for both keepers. I thought both teams had a lot to be happy about in a first game after a shortened preseason.
Yeah, I thought so as well.
And you know, it beats a loss. You would have liked to have won, but this is better than loss.
Yeah, it is definitely better than a loss. And again, you've got an opportunity now in live action to see your squad as both coaches did. And now you take what you learn here tonight and continue on in the season.
And as schmaltzy as it is, just because they played, everybody wins.
Yes.
And that's going to do it for this edition of CTN Sports. Want to thank everybody out there for joining us, continuing to support everything we do here at CTN. And there's a look at what we have coming up. A lot more soccer, a little more tennis, and a little more swimming that you would normally see in a fall broadcast schedule. And we may get around to doing something called Sports Night as well. But the inaugural 2020 fall broadcast is in the books. Again, a 0-0 tie between the Armstrong Falcons and the Coon Rapids Cardinals. Thank you all for tuning in and continuing to support everything we do here at CTN. For the entire crew, including Howie Shapiro, I'm Joe Yethenson.